Good morning, people. Welcome to the video. We're gonna do a full day of eating today at 17 and a half weeks out, I believe. This past weekend was 18. Yeah, today's Wednesday, so 7.5 weeks out. It is 6:15. Get up at 6 every day, have my first meal, and then chill. And we start training around 8 o'clock before work at 11. You guys have been following me and seeing these videos. You guys know the routine by now. There has been some changes in food. I've got all my notes here on the fridge, so I figured this would be a good time to kind of go over all those changes and do a full day of eating video. So a lot of it is very much similar to what I've been doing, but like I mentioned, there's some small little tweaks. As far as macros go, 198 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat, and 269 grams of protein. So very high protein, getting a little lower on the fat end, and then carbs is actually on the lower end as well, comparatively speaking to like my protein. So overall things are going well. Last week my weight stalled a little bit, so we made a little bit of some tweaks, no cardio changes or anything like that. So Cliff had mentioned that he's happy with everything as far as like how I'm looking and how things are going, and even though I didn't drop any body weight, I did visually look a little bit tighter on his end, so that is good. Obviously we need to still drop body weight, but obviously big changes visually is what we're after, right? So yeah, let's get meal one in. First thing I do, vitamins. We got a fish oil there, vitamin D and multivitamin with some water. So this is the first thing I get in my system in the mornings, every single day, regardless of if it's like a training day, non-training day. I always start with my vitamins and getting a good chunk of water in. Okay, meal one and pre-workout meal. We've got one bagel with 18 grams of jam, and we got 150 grams of chicken. So have this in the mornings, delicious way to start the day, and pre-workout. So I'm always training in the mornings, I'd say like 95% of the time. So this is meal one. However, on rest days or days that I'm not training, sometimes I don't have this in the morning. I just have my normal meal one, which is like eggs and oats. But I've gotten in the habit of starting my days off with this, and I genuinely love it. So yeah, meal one, guys. So it is 9:15. Well, no. What's that say? Clock's got stuff on it. Sorry, 20 after 9 now. And then we're gonna chill, walk the dog, and then train at 8. Okay, time to train. We got legs on tap, which I feel like every time I film we do legs, but this seems to be how it goes. So we just got back from the walk, sipped on the pre-workout during that time. Food is decently digested now, so it's game time. This workout is hefty, it's high volume, so usually takes around 2 hours. Which is fine. We got time. We're gonna get it done. Okay. 4 sets of 30 on that foam roller. Hack squat is terrible. Quads are blown up already. Now we gotta do leg extension. 4 sets, pyramiding up in weight, down in reps, starting with a set of 30. The biggest pain in the ass is carrying this duffel bag full of kettlebells out to my truck so I can squat. Anything for progress though, right? I finished warming up. We're ready for the working weight. This just looks silly. You got stones, you got kettlebells, you got this clip, but we're gonna get it done. So this is 10 pounds up from last week, adding these 5-pound kettlebells, so 5 aside, 10 pounds. So this is 340. We're hoping for sets of 6. It feels good, so I am optimistic that that's what we're gonna do. But we'll see how stability is with the weights being kind of all over the place.
First set felt I got a little kind of low back, top of the glute was a little tender. I kind of like tweaked it a couple weeks ago and it's still kind of there. So I think instead of being a hero and trying to bust out more sets, I'm going to drop it back to just maybe 300. We'll see how that feels. But 340 for a set of 6, I'll take that and let my back heal up. So train smart. That's one thing I'm learning as I'm getting older. Train smart. Okay, 300 for 8. We're gonna call it there. There's no need for me to push anymore and risk, doing more damage to my lower back there. So we're gonna go in, spend a good chunk of time stretching. I have that massage gun that you guys have probably seen people use. I'm gonna use that, loosen up my glutes and back, and yeah, we'll call it a workout. So 340 for 6. I got one set. If everything was feeling good, I'm confident we could have done multiple sets, but you know what? I'll take this single set and rest up for next week. So like I mentioned earlier, guys, training smart, not pushing through what could potentially be an injury. A tweak or a little strain is one thing. That's something that we can rest and recover from, and even if we have to modify legs next week, we can adjust things accordingly. But if I was to do some good work / damage to my lower back and have to take some time away from good training, that's not something we want to do. So we'll take the set today and rest up for the next one. So I'll catch you guys later. Go and stretch, clean up, head to work, and get on with the day. Excuse the noise in the background. It's the shake machine getting all ready to go for the day. But anyways, post-workout meal has seen a few changes. Sticking with the protein, so we've got a scoop and a half of whey in there, and there's also 2 teaspoons of olive oil as well. People are weirded out by that, but you don't taste it. You literally just throw it in your shake, mix your protein in, and you don't taste it. So I don't know, just do what you gotta do. 2 rice cake stays, and then we got a Rice Krispie square as well. So one of the reasons a few of my foods have changed as far as food choices go is because last week I was really bloated and felt heavy, which could be from numerous factors, but we've opted to change a few things around while obviously still keeping my macros in check and going with foods that are a little more easily digestible, a little bit lower on the fiber side of things. So instead of having 4 rice cakes, we're having 1 Rice Krispie square. So a little bit less food overall, and obviously this thing is broken down, digested, and utilized relatively easily, whereas the 4 rice cakes might sit in my stomach a little bit more. So yeah, just small things like that, guys, we're trying to pay attention to, because like I mentioned, I felt heavy, I felt a little bloated, and that's nothing that you want to deal with. Once in a while it could happen, but it was for a few days. I just felt blah. So we're trying to combat that. And this week, it's Thursday, by the way. I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video it's Wednesday. It's actually Thursday, so my bad. But anyways, this week's going really well. I haven't felt that feeling at all. Not even once, not even just for a little bit. So that's good. That's good. It means what we're doing is a positive change. So yeah, post-workout meal, nothing fancy, and then we continue on with the day. 1 o'clock, you know what that means. Time to eat the best meal of the day. Potatoes, beef and broccoli. Simple, but effective. Hitting all the macros with this meal. We've got some good fats in the beef, obviously protein. We've got a lot of carbs with the potatoes, and then capping it off with a little bit of veg, because health is wealth, and we got to keep health in check, especially on prep. So yeah, guys, a little quiet day today at the store, nothing major. Got a little bit of client stuff done, obviously helping anybody that comes in without issue and making sure we get all our meals in. So I feel good today. I know I mentioned earlier about like feeling bloated and stuff like that, but you know, today I feel really, really good. After doing legs this morning, they're still a little fatigued, which is good. It means we had a good session, and I feel tight. I feel slim. I feel like we might hit a new low in the next few days. So yeah, time to eat. All right, people, we are back at home doing a little meal prep, getting the last meal done. So these are how I make my potatoes. I just cut them up, put them in the air fryer, and then put on some garlic and some pink Himalayan sea salt. Mix that up, throw it in there for 20 to 25 minutes. Sometimes if they're bigger slices, they take longer to cook. And now we are getting the last meal of the day ready. Okay, last meal. This one we're gonna get a little fancy with. So we've got a cup of egg whites, some spinach, and 1 whole egg, and then 40 grams of oats. That's measured raw, by the way. 100 grams of strawberries. On the eggs, we're gonna add a little bit of no sugar ketchup. On the oats, we're gonna put just a little dab of the Walden Farms pancake syrup, and then some cinnamon for taste. Mix that all in there. So that's where we're at, guys, finishing off the day with the last meal. The nice sweetness from the strawberries really caps off the day, because I do have a little bit of sweet tooth, so it's a pleasant way to finish off the meals. Just over 2,300 calories. I got my blue light blocker glasses on to help me kind of chill and unwind, watch some TV, and you know, just relax the rest of the evening. I already took the dog for a walk, so that's done. So basically the rest of the day looks like chilling on the couch, watching TV, watching some YouTube videos, and then going to bed. So yeah, full day of eating, guys, at 17 and a half weeks out, almost 17 now since today's Thursday. So we're getting ever so closer to the show, and I feel good. I really appreciate all your guys' support. As always, if you like the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.